Hello, classmates. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Jaren Marhako, and I will be reporting DevCom 206, a partial report from Module 11 titled Producing a Radio Magazine. I will be reporting key points for studio production. Okay, so my references is still our book, the production of print and radio development communication materials by Mia, Lisa Lustria, Louis Tabing, and Maria Teresita Osalia. So our key points for studio production is rehearsals of the script, the timing, providing of copies, warnings or cues, and recognizing the limitations. So, I will start first with rehearsals. When it comes to a recording session, the people with roles for the radio magazine should come with preparedness. So, before delivering the script or the narration, one must rehearse their script. So, for rehearsals, speakers should practice these. Some of these are just examples, but there are other aspects that can also be practiced by speakers. But here I will start with pacing. So, speakers should not your segments should not be rushed nor be too slow. So, depending on the mood or content of the narrative, the speaker should know the pacing of their script. Next would be pronunciation. So, knowing the limitations of radio, as mentioned in our earlier modules, the speaker should deliver clear words, not unintelligible sounds, unless required by the narrative as part of the script, and then to enunciate the words when needed, but keep in mind of your pacing. So, still related to the first item. Third would be the emphasis. So remember that in radio, you are not seen by the listener unless you're one in those type of podcasts where you can be seen in YouTube. But focusing on radio, you're basically not seen. So it's important to deliver to them the script with correct emphasis on the topic. So rehearse the rising rather of the tone and when to volumize your narrative. And then the last would be style. So remember the narrative that you want to tell or convince the listeners. So don't come off lazy when introducing a local talent, or don't be excited when reporting tragedies of victims. So remember to practice pacing, pronunciation, emphasis, and style for your rehearsals before recording your radio magazine. So next is timing. When delivering a radio program, timing should always be one of the top priorities. From introductions to music requests or feature interviews, these things should be well timed. So If you ever have a live guest for your segment, for example, please do inform of your guests the time duration of your program and the time you have allotted for them to speak so that you could still keep the duration of your program. And then next is provision of copies. So, in order for a radio magazine to have a smooth run, before recording anything, provide your team, especially the technician, copies of the script or a sequence guide of your program. So, in radio, you do not gatekeep things from your team. Instead, teamwork should be highlighted. Give your team an overview of the program, orient them with the flow of the segment, or cue them either in words or hand signals for other segment agendas, like when to insert an advertisement or your sound effects, whatever, whatever it is that might come next. So remember that this is a team effort. And relating to that would be cues. So, as mentioned in the previous slide, aside from giving your team the overview of the program, tell your technician the cues you will give him or her during the segment. So, give warning or cues to the technician. So, alert the studio operator or the engineer of coming segments so that he or she will know the ending or starting of a new material. So cue him or her so that segments will still be time conscious and so that the program deliveries will still ensure smoothness. So last here would be to recognize the limitations. So recognize the limitations of the machine and the personnel who will be handling the engineering side of the production. So, along the way, whether we like it or not, people can make small errors, and sometimes even machines, especially really old ones, can hang up. So, with these situations, remember to keep the radio magazine going, or in times of unintentional interruptions like power outage due to typhoon or whatever it might be, once you get back live, always follow it up with an announcement of the reason why the program was cut. So, I will be inserting here an example of a behind the scenes program of making a radio drama, which I found in YouTube, although it was grabbed from TikTok.
Pag-bet, bigla kang bumalik para sirain niya ako kabit! Hindi ako kabit! Ipangita ka! Akala mo atras sa bintana! Hindi ako papayag na agawin mo sa akin si Cedric! Sabi na hindi ako kabit!
Okay, if you might be wondering what that sound would be, that is the sound supposed to be of the woman hitting the kabit based on the script. So, but observing the people there, as you can see, each person has a copy. The sound effects man knows when to come in because he has a script in front of him following the segment. I mean the story. There is another radio man outside there of the glass that oversees the script. Beside him is also another staff that also is following through. So yes, the main key I personally would recommend or add is teamwork. But going back to the book, let's review the key points. Sorry. First is again to rehearse the script. Second is timing. Third is providing of copies. Fourth is warning or cues, and then the last is recognizing limitations. So that is all for today. And thank you for listening to this report. May you have learned something. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone.